Hey guys, Zach with Blade HQ. We're here at SHOT Show 2018. We're at the Medford booth, and I'm sitting down with Greg Medford.
Hey man, how's it going?
Thanks for having us.
Got like deja vu. Thanks for having me.
Like
yeah,
it, right?
How you doing?
He's going to run us through what he's got on the table, what's new, what's great.
Cool. So I'm going to do the brand spanking new stuff first, and then we'll move on to the redone and refreshed. Kind of like the Joan Rivers facelifted stuff, and then we'll show you a couple of new models we've got on top of that. So to start out with, a really cool new fixed blade we put a lot of time and effort into. And I'm just so proud to bring it, bring it in 2018 with this. It's our lead out knife. Just a little bit of the zeitgeist behind it, because people always want to know where this comes from, but I'm on this kick of the old and the new crashing together for something better. So I basically thought about a redo of the USMC fighting knife from World War II that we're all familiar with, made by lots of different companies. I wanted to do something in the style or vein of that to pay homage to its good overall form. But I wanted to do something that had epic functionality and an increase in material excellence.
Be able to put the Medford name on it.
Yeah, and really do, like that knife came to be during a time of rationed raw materials. So since we're not rationed raw materials, let's go with S35VN. Right. Let's go with the DLC coating on it. Let's go with titanium components and 3D contoured G10. The G10 is the same layered G10 that you see on the USMC M45 made by Colt. Cool. It's a screw-on solid 6.4 titanium pommel. It's a full tang construction. This doesn't have the shortfalls of many of these knives where they have a small tang through a stack of leather that holds moisture and they break right here. They have a tendency. What we've done, I've kept this tang full size all the way through, and if you split this, what's unique about this knife is this split hilt. The hilt slides on and off of here from the side, and there are no square notches. Square notches cause stress fracture points. So we have a little round saddle on each side, much like the grooves you see here, and the hilt saddles into that very precision fashion, and you have a rock solid hilt with no wiggle, no jiggle, no nothing. It won't ever break. 1/4 inch S35VN crucible stainless steel, PVD on top of it, and you could dive with this, go to war, smash the world, or go camping, whatever you want to do. So,
or all of the above, right?
Yeah, preferably all above. I think it's a fantastic new American product.
And what sheath comes with that?
That's going to have a brown vegetable tan leather sheath.
Cool.
That is in the style of a 1970, 72 Randall.
Okay, right on.
Yeah, so no spared no expense, but not quite done with that.
Totally.
I got the knife done, but I don't quite have, but fantastic.
Awesome.
Let's move on to the next thing in our lineup today. So those of you who are familiar with our Marauder model, this is the mid-size Marauder. What we've done is, for a little bit of context, we have the full-size Marauder. We have the new Marauder H. The new Marauder H is minus the collector influence of fat that we saw going on 5 years ago. So we've gone to a uniform kind of monosyllabic build of 187, 187, and 187. You've got lighter, 2 components, a third less weight, 1 component, dense, more heavy steel, and the balance of the knife is much better. It's the only way I deliver the full-size Marauder now. So back to the mid-size Marauder project, this is what we call our slim midi. So if you compare these 2 knives, instead of 3/16, 3/16, 3/16 spacing screws, blah, 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 we've got 8/8/8.
Wow.
So a super slim knife, something like you'd see come out of Europe maybe, and it's got a flat bullnose fuller groove on it that is a fantastic opener. And it has all of the features of my handmade, hand softened, hand sculpted, hand ground, hand everything. And then it's got some stepped up machining features to it. I think it's an absolutely lovely addition to our lineup. And it gets you to where you kind of have a gentleman's folder. Feel that?
I was gonna say that's what I'm noticing here is yeah, this definitely feels like gentleman's folder, right? Like,
and that's what I'm carrying right now, actually.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I friggin' love this knife. And then you open it up and grab onto it. Now it's like a full-size knife.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a gentleman's knife.
Exactly.
So I think it's a cool, unique crossover product for our company.
Totally.
The next thing is we came with our first button lock, which is going to turn into an automatic by Blade Show.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is our Smooth Criminal. This one's here in Dark Earth OD. It's got some really nice branding on it for our next line of knives called MKT USA.
Okay.
That's why you see the branding here.
Right, around
so
the
we
booth.
have our Medford Knife and Tool, which is our parent brand, and everything that we can launch below $400, we're doing it under the MKT flag.
Okay, right
so
on.
we're trying to do kind of an entry level,
totally
high-end knife.
Yeah. You want that Medford quality, but maybe a little bit less money.
So here's the thing about this. These are going to be more kind of, they have a little more, I'm going to say pocket-friendly, consumer, it's an easy translate for the consumer.
Totally, yeah.
These big, heavy knives, it's a specialty thing.
Yeah.
This requires very little translation. Difference is, I'm not subbing this out. I'm not making this in China. I'm not making this with 5 other companies. I'm not having it made for me. This is a hand-ground, made-in-America knife. It's got our 6-gun button lock on it. It's all sculpted in-house. The handles are in-house. It is a full 6061 hard anodized aluminum chassis with titanium components, an aluminum PVD backstrap, hard anode backstrap, and then S35VN stainless steel blade with some nice branding on it that I think's going to be really feel very nice for everybody.
It's really clean. I like that a lot.
So this knife, and then you open it up, and it's it's a friggin' real knife. I mean, but how light is that knife?
Oh wow!
Compared to my normal stuff,
no,
thing disappears.
This thing disappears. That is really awesome. Really,
so
really
what's
awesome.
cool is I go around and I look at a lot of knives made by other companies. I look at them and I go, that's cool. It's not the kind of stuff I want to make.
Totally.
But I look at this and I go, that is the kind of stuff I want. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of mineness to it, my Medford style, but it's new and elegant and cool.
Awesome.
All right.
Now, with the aluminum, are different colors with that as well?
Just black and dark earth sage green.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
I said OD earlier, but
yeah.
So cool knife. And then the other knife that I carry, because I kind of swap between two, I'm a, what do you call it? Polyniferous.
There you go. I like it.
I've got a couple that I work all the time. So I carry the Slim Midi because I love it, and then I carry not this one, but one just like it in black. This is our Proxima, which for those of you who are familiar with us, this is our shortened version of the Gigantes. And when this shortened up, I fell in love with the knife. And it's my favorite knife we make. I love everything about this knife. I love the lines and the contours. I love the cam for the flipper. I love when you open, I generally don't like flippers because where they put the cam when you open it up is wrong on your hand.
Right. Yeah.
I know why they do it. They do it to add mechanical advantage for kind of a big flick.
For the flick, yep.
So I put a big cam on it, and then when you open this up, it just feels like you want to stamp the shit out of somebody with this. Check it out, or something.
Or something, yeah.
Grab
something.
onto it.
Yeah.
So does that feel like you could stab a tree with it?
It does,
yeah.
So and I like the jimping here across that choil as well. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really awesome.
Super sexy knife, and then this has got a two-step kind of fuller, which works great for if law enforcement asks you to open it up, you can just use your thumb.
Great. Cool.
Anyway, I love it. It's got a little subtle harpoon tip on it, a false flat ground edge, main hollow ground. These come in a variety of different steels. This happens to be S35VN, 6.4 tie, everything, with a custom sculpted solid tie milled clip. Sexy knife, and that one's called the Proxima.
Yeah.
The rest are just some redos. We got time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I've got 2 redos on our 187 entry-level knives. Are you able to pan over here? Or you want me to bring in the middle?
I got it.
Got it, all right. So we have offered the 187F for some years. It's a titanium and G10 combo knife with my really kind of unique flipper on it, which is kind of reminiscent of 1920s hammer on a revolver.
Oh, okay. So
I went with this kind of deco.
Yeah. It always looked that way to me, but I didn't know that was
That's
like your
exactly what it
intentional.
was. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And again, this is trying to address the positioning that so many flippers are in that I don't like.
Yeah.
What we did is an all titanium version of it. So it goes from being a light entry level knife to like really being a man's knife. I really like this thing. So I hope you dig it. That's our 187F. I'll leave that here. And then we've got the 187 DP has always been in G10 and it's in full tie now.
Okay.
So it's again on my 2018 concept of monosyllabic design, so all slabs of material the same thickness.
Totally.
Better balance. It's got something I like about it.
As I say, visually, it pops. I like it a lot.
It's the same thing I've now done with the TFF1 and the Fat Daddy. I had the TFF1 and the Fat Daddy do a forced mating. The TFF1 was in heat. I had the Fat Daddy come in, studded him up, and what came out was the TFF1H.
A beautiful
it's our
little
hybrid.
baby.
Yeah. So it's got the best clip of the Fat Daddy. It's got the blade of the TFF1, the handles of the Fat Daddy, and it's got classic big MKT monster sound, Medford knife sound.
Yeah.
It's a little slimmer and it's way more balanced.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like a block of material.
Yeah.
And you put your hands on it because it's handmade. We're in there going, yeah. Oh, that's it. There it is.
That's it right there.
Hot spot, grind it away.
Love it.
So TFF1, solid, badass knife. This is one of those knives you take it out in front of people and they go,
yeah.
What was that?
Well, and just going back to how it feels in hand, like I'm not really big on big knives, but that feels really, really good.
Cool, glad you like it. I'll give you that $10, I promise you, right after you finish
perfect.
filming.
Thank you. Yeah.
So we've got the Marauder here. The Marauder H is the only way we deliver the knife now. If you call me up and say, well, Greg, I want one with the old fat knives, you're just going to have to find one. I'm not making them anymore. This is a better knife. When you have this, you get better balance and you get a smaller gap that your fingers can't get down into to get cut, which happens. My style of knife making crams as much blade as possible into the handle.
Exactly.
So I'm pushed on all the edges where that edge is, you know what I mean? So same Marauder, but I think a more evolved total design. Last two things really quickly. The Colonial, we've come out, we only do it in carbon fiber now. What we're doing is trying to offer some contrasting tones and finishes with the knife. I think it takes what I originally designed this, like I was thinking, George Washington is one of my heroes. George Washington comes in and he says, Mr. Medford, if you'd be so kind, I'm looking for a knife for my waistcoat to carry at Valley Forge.
Great.
And I'd be like, yes, Your Excellency, Mr. General. And so I just I was trying to, you design stuff, you're always trying to, like, where do you get the zeitgeist for a new design?
For sure.
And that's what I did. I wanted to go with kind of a really classic American hunting, utility, camp, around town kind of knife.
So this is General Washington's EDC is what you're telling me?
Yeah,
Great.
It's Washington EDC, and it's called the Colonial.
Love it.
Yeah. So I hope you guys dig it for 2018, and our infraction has been a hell of a successful model for our company. DLT Trading came out and popped us with something. Can I say that? They asked for something, and then we offered it brand wide, okay?
Yeah.
And they asked for a custom run of these. I did a custom run. It was great for them, and all of a sudden it took off, and everybody really liked it. So I can't believe I just plugged another company, but you guys will be all right. So it was a great ask, and we started making it in all titanium instead of carbon fiber.
Right.
And guys love the knife. So it's our all titanium infraction. So if you haven't broken the law in a while, if you've been playing really nice, painting inside the lines and being a good boy, you might be due for an infraction. All right, what else you guys need from me?
Wonderful. I think you already showed us. What do you got in the pocket?
In the pocket? Yeah. I've got my pocket knife.
Oh, there it is.
Right,
it's already there. Yeah, you've already pulled it.
So I'm all, yeah.
Question answered, because that's the thing we've been asking everybody. So back to the handshake. Thanks.
All right, you're welcome. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. All right, guys, that's all Medford has for us right now, but that's not all Blade HQ has for you. Make sure to check out our
say that's all?
2018. Check out our 2018 SHOT Show playlist, and keep an eye on what Medford's got going. There's some really great designs here. If you've been hesitant in the past, they've got what you need. So thanks, guys.